All right, shalom, shalom. I'd like to say all praises due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Bakar, Hadash, and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to you, brothers, teaching in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. All right, coming back real with a quick impromptu, you know, this virus on that cruise ship, man, that brings us back to a rewind situation, man. You know, of the vid, you know, 1-9, and they're gonna plan to shut down this place all over again in the same way, the same fashion, man. Esau don't have no new plans. He used the same playbook all the time. Over in France is now spreading, okay, because some people that was on that cruise, all right, it's called the hentai virus, okay, that was on that cruise have departed from the cruise and they went to France. Okay. So it's 150 people left on the cruise ship floating around. The Canary Islands turned away the cruise ship. So it's in the middle of the water still. 150 people on it. But these are the plagues, all right, that are coupled along with the prophecy of the end of Esau's world. Okay, let's see. And the hantavirus is spread through transmission from rodents. It says urine and defecation. I'm reading off of something else. Trying to let me see if I can move it over here. Hold on a second. Yeah, so the plagues are stepping up, right? It's called the Hanta virus. Ships carrying 148 people stranded near Cape Verde. All right, so this is where the ship has ended up, close to Cape Verde. All right, and it's no coincidence, man. All right, of course they would put it next to some place where brown-skinned people are. All right, to try to devastate them. Okay, so the who got it, and the who's going to turn it into a pandemic. All right, a plant demic. Okay, it says expert warned that red rodent disease could be next. You know, demic. All right, the ship was expected to dock at one of the Canary Islands, but was denied entry after concerns were raised about the risk posed by officials stepping ashore. All right, so there you have it. All right, so the plagues are not being slack. Let's get some scripts. All right. Slocky. Trying to spell here. Let's go here. This second Esdras 15:5, it says, Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. All right. And with the hantavirus, that's what you see. Okay. And then I just found out too by opening up this People's Voice TV. It says that Western Australia is experiencing an out of control mouse plague. All right. It said Western Australia is currently experiencing an out of control mouse plagues with populations exceeding 4,000 mouse per hectare in some areas. Wow. The mice are devastating newly planted crops, contaminating local businesses, and forcing grain producers. All right. So here come the famine. All right. And the famine is a part of that plague that I just read. Okay. So these mice over in Australia, now they're tearing up the crops over there and forcing Residents say that the number of mice in their home is also unprecedented, with the little rodent chewing through plastic containers, milk cartons, and food containers. Okay. One pest controller said that some infestations are at a level he has never seen before. And that's only because it's the hand of the Lord, man. Okay. Let me see. And try to get that story up at the people's voice. Salaki. That's not what I want. It is. Yep. Western Australia is experiencing an out of control mouse plague and hantavirus. Okay. So we here, man. This second Esdras 15. It says, Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, where we are. Okay. Babylon the Great, aka America, Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay. It says, But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plagues and punishment that God shall bring upon it. All right. And these things are occurring, all right, elsewhere, but he's saving the best for last, man. America. All right. Now we got farmers over here saying that there is going to be no crops come harvesting time. Okay. Drought, severe drought. I think a dam over there in Vegas is closing down. I want to say Vegas for some reason. That's what I was reading. I think it was. Yeah, so the Lord is punishing the earth, man. Okay. It says they that tilled the ground, okay. Verse 12, it says, Egypt shall mourn, the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that God shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fell through the blasting in hell, and with a fearful constellation. All right. So things are happening in the heavens. All right. That's showing this, man. What is it? These moons are harvest moons and, just signs and wonders, basically, man. You know, when you watch the constellations and how they move, we had that planet parade at the beginning of the year, man. So that was an omen in itself. Okay. So things are happening, man. It says, Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the courses of their actions shall stand in their power. All right, and man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. All right, so this could be the end of the cruise industry, period. Okay, just like you've seen the end of Spirit Airlines, this could be the end of the cruise ship industry as well, man, because these viruses break out and then they can't be docked. All right, these ships can't be docked. They have to stay out in the middle of the ocean, and these ships turn into like hospital ships, man. Okay, and that's not what these cruise ships are in service for. All right. These people that own those cruise ship companies, they're looking to make money. All right. And they make money by doing cruises, traveling. All right. And if they can't do that, then the gig is up. They don't have nothing to show. Okay. So it's going to be more of this to come. All right. Or is it 16? Let's go to 16. Yep. 16 and 14, it says, "Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon earth." Yeah, and that's ultimately talking about the nuclear missiles, but all type of plagues are sent now. Okay, but this is talking about the nuclear missiles ultimately, but you can even equate it to these other plagues too, man. All right, the fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundations of the earth, and that's what the nuclear missiles are gonna do. All right. Yeah, but Scurges for amendment. This is why these plagues are coming, man, because of too much pride. All right. And the Lord is just handing out judgments, man, left and right. What is it? Let me see if I can find it. Let's go ahead. Zephaniah 3 and 5. It says, the just Lord is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning do he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. All right. I have cut off the nations, their towers are desolate. I made their streets waste, that none passes by. Their cities are destroyed, so that there is no man, that there is none inhabitant. Okay, so that's the same thing that he's about to do to this place. All right, about to take down Babylon in the worst way, never to be seen ever again. Okay, after this place is destroyed, there's smoke billowing up. All right, as a monument forever. All right, but I just wanted to bring that out, man. Them viruses, the plagues, okay, that these elitists are going to use to lock everybody down again. All right, and this time they're gonna mandate the MOTB and the implementation of the 15-minute cities after the lights come back on, so to speak. All right. But during this time, there's going to be no food. That's just another crisis that they can't let go to waste, man. All right. Because a rationing system is going to come into play. You're going to need the MOTB in order to get the rations. All right. And then to live, and then to be having energy outsourced to you. And then it's going to be a litany of things that's going to be hooked up to, the grid, so to speak. So that you're going to have to take the MOTB during the time of the hour of temptation. Okay. Okay. And medical, that's another thing. All right. This is where people absolutely just lose their shit because they don't research, they don't understand how viruses and things like that live, man. Okay. If they studied this stuff, then they would understand that it's not a panicky thing to stay away from people that's sick, and keep your eyes and your hands from away from your face and everything. Watch the movie Contagion, okay? Because it has some real points in there. All right. So yeah, the WHO got it, and you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna shut down everything because of medical lockdown. All right. So here we go again. And this one's going to be worse than the one before. Just like Kill Gates said, this time they'll know. They'll know. So everybody that took the taco sauce and this virus comes around this time, you could be eliminated. All right. If you haven't been detoxing and getting yourself back together, with the herbs and prayers and, fasting, making your body strong against viruses. So if you ain't been doing that, all right, you're gonna be taken out by this so-called henta virus, all right, or whatever else is coming down the pipe that Esau is about to throw in the mix, because you got all these ticks roaming around here, you know. And I live at the base of a wooded area, but still the weather is quite cool up here still. All right, where ticks they flourish, but they not out and about. All right, they kind of like stay upon each other until it's time. When it gets hotter. All right, and where I live at is a massive deer population, so on and so forth. So I'll be on the lookout for that. And get your stuff, get your lemon balm, eucalyptus. You know, they gave out a list of stuff for you to spray on your body and even at your thresholds of your door and stuff like that. Because these scourges for amendment, they're going to be handed out. Okay. And they of the Lord because they're his plan for destruction, so to speak. All right. So I just wanted to bring that out, man. And we seeing it play out live, man. Okay. It's going to be plagues and pestilence all over. All right. So with that, I want to say all praises due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah, Hadash, and double honors to that elder apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom.